You ever buy something cheap for fishing just to realize halfway to the lake that it's going to be a workout you didn't sign up for? I've been there, cheap kayaks that wobble, drift, or just plain fall apart after a season. So when I saw the Old Town Sportsman AutoPilot 136 with the Minn Kota motor, I was skeptical. But after using it for a few weeks, I can say it's not just another overhyped fishing toy. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. What sold me wasn't the motor, it was the idea of actually getting to the spot without wearing myself out. Most fishing kayaks make you paddle the whole way, and if you're carrying gear or it's windy, that's a slog. This one has a Minn Kota trolling motor with GPS anchoring built right in. That means you hit a button, it locks onto your spot, and you're hands-free. I've used it in a light chop on a lake with my rod holders rigged, and I could focus on fishing instead of fighting the current. That's huge if you're out there for hours and don't want to be exhausted before the bite even starts. Now, it's not perfect for everyone. If you're fishing tight rivers or super shallow water, the motor might be overkill and you'll still need to paddle in spots where the water's too shallow for the prop. I ran it in about 6 inches of water once and had to lift the motor manually. Not a deal breaker, but something to keep in mind if your local spots are skinny. The kayak itself is a 13-foot, 6-inch hull with a 660-pound capacity, so it's roomy. The Textilene mesh seat is decent, but it's not memory foam. If you're used to high-end base boats, you might notice the difference after a few hours. Still, it's removable and folds flat for transport, which is handy if you're loading it on a roof rack or into a truck bed. The Ember Camo pattern looks good in the woods, but it's not going to hide you from fish just from other anglers on the bank. Where this kayak really shines is when you're fishing big water or covering a lot of ground. I used it to motor out to a mid-lake reef, dropped the anchor with GPS, and fished 3 different spots without moving the kayak. That's not something you can do in a pedal kayak unless you're willing to kick for 20 minutes between casts. The motor's saltwater-ready too, so if you fish brackish areas or saltwater flats, it's built to handle it. The trade-off? It's heavy. Moving it from the garage to the truck takes 2 hands, and lifting it onto a stand is a workout. If you don't have a partner or a good kayak cart, you'll feel it. Also, the battery life is solid, about 5 to 6 hours at full speed, but if you're out all day, you'll want a backup or a way to charge on the go. The motor's integrated, so you can't swap it out easily if it dies mid-trip. Who should buy this? If you fish large lakes, bays, or coastal areas and hate paddling everywhere, this is a game-changer. It's for anglers who want to cover water fast, anchor precisely, and fish without breaking a sweat. If you're strictly a river angler who sticks to tight streams or shallow creeks, you might not need the motor, and you'll save weight and hassle with a pedal or paddle kayak. Who should skip it? If you're on a tight budget or only fish close to shore, the extra cost and weight won't be worth it. Same goes if you're not comfortable handling a motor or don't have a way to transport a heavy kayak. Bottom line, the Old Town Sportsman AutoPilot 136 isn't for everyone, but if you fish big water and want to spend less time paddling and more time fishing, it's a smart buy. Check it out using the link in the description if it sounds like the right fit for your setup.